We don't need special programs, not more yuppie condos, not more rich people's high-rises. We need affordable housing.
Last week, New York City Mayor Eric Adams launched his campaign to tear down homeless encampments throughout the city. He claimed this move was a way to ensure that all New Yorkers were living with dignity. This begs the question, how does destroying someone's home and throwing away their belongings protect their dignity? Activists have taken to defending these encampments by showing up on the morning of sweeps and filming cops attempting to destroy people's homes. Yesterday morning, police showed up at an encampment in the Lower East Side, but left as quickly as they showed up when faced with a number of activists. Instead, they sent workers from the Department of Homeless Services to reschedule the demolition for a later date. At another sweep that was supposed to take place on the Upper East Side, activists simply helped a man move his belongings around the corner outside the jurisdiction of his eviction notice.
It's actually kind of amazing to see the numbers of people that showed up in solidarity to make sure this person was protected. What are the police really going to do about homelessness? I mean, giving more money to the cops, is that going to fight homelessness? Is that going to house people magically? All you're doing is just pushing them down a block or dumping them onto a poorer neighborhood. You're basically saying, listen, this is a nice neighborhood, go to the poor neighborhood with people that look like you and go be poor over there.
It's clear that Mayor Adams' policy isn't designed to end homelessness or poverty, just to keep it out of sight and out of mind. The fact that the city is too nervous to enforce these cruel policies in front of activists and the media is an indictment of the policy itself. We spoke to Cynthia, a decades-long homeless activist, about how she would end homelessness in New York City. What would you say is one of the biggest misconceptions people have about homelessness or homeless people?
That we're all mentally ill or drug addicts and that we need some kind of special housing, some sort of special program, that we're not just regular people like everyone else. That when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you aren't one or two paychecks away from being right where I am. You're just like me, and it could happen to you. Your kids went to school next to my kids. We were evicted 10 days before they stopped the evictions for the pandemic, and we've been trying to rent an apartment ever since. I tried to use my stimulus money to rent an apartment, and no one would rent to us. He cashed in his 401k, and no one would rent to us. Between his electric bike mechanic job and my job selling art on the street, we were making $1,300 a week. So the only reason that we couldn't get an apartment is that we were being profiled and judged. We don't need special programs. We don't need all of that. We need housing. We need affordable housing. Not more yuppie condos, not more rich people's high-rises. We need affordable housing. Not tenements either, not shelters. We need decent apartments for low-income families. And middle income, I mean, it's moved up the scale. All low-income people are already homeless. Now it's moving into the middle classes.